Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into an exciting study destination right in the heart of Europe, Luxembourg. Known as the hub for major global organizations, this small but mighty country is a powerhouse of opportunities for international students. If you're looking for a vibrant, multicultural, and innovative environment to pursue your studies, the University of Luxembourg could be your ideal choice. In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know from the application process and programs tailored for international students to the requirements and scholarship opportunities that can help turn your dream into reality. Studying in Luxembourg not only offers a world-class education, but also the chance to live in a stunning European setting with a thriving international community. Plus, you have the opportunity to stay and work here after graduation. Now, if everything I'm saying sounds interesting and you will want to know more about that, kindly watch the video to the end and don't forget to like the video. Subscribe if you haven't, and let me know what you think of today's video in the comment section. So you're welcome to the official webpage or the website of the University of Luxembourg. Now, it's very easy to navigate this website. Finding other links like programs or scholarships or stuff like that. It's very easy for you to find here. Unlike the German universities or some of the German universities that you really find it difficult to find your way out, this is quite easier. Now, we look at the master's and bachelor's programs taken solely in English. And the University of Luxembourg, some of the programs are taken in 3 languages or in 2 languages or in 1 language. Today, our focus will be solely in the English programs. Okay, so let's go to the program of study where we're going to look at the English Thoughts program starting from the bachelor. So, like I said, some of the programs are taken in 2 and then 3 languages. So, for this program, German, French, Luxembourgish, Bachelor in Physics. These are the languages in which the program is taken. So you're taught in English, you're taught in French, and you are taught in Dutch. And also for this one, which is Bachelor in Life Sciences Biology, you're taught in English and French. So you're going to skip all of those programs and we focus on the English-based program. So we have one English program here, which is Bachelor in Computer Science. Okay, and we'll go into details with regards to the admission requirement and tuition fee for this program. And there is also another program. Okay, there is also another program here in English. So at the bachelor's, I think there are just 2 programs taught solely in English. The first is the computer science, and the second is the bachelor's in enseignement musical. So basically, if you want to be a musical teacher, this program is for you. So let's look at the computer science program. Okay, so there's a bachelor in computer science, and the program is in 3 years, which is 6 semesters, taught solely in English. It can be taken full time or part time. For non EU students, the application period is between 1st of February 2025 to the 30th of April 2025, which means you have enough time to do all your research before you submit your application. Tuition fee is €400 per semester. Now, for this university, which is the University of Luxembourg, they don't have anything like international tuition fees and then local tuition fee. The tuition fee cuts across, so it's for both international students and the citizens of Luxembourg. So you're all going to pay €400 per semester. Okay, now let's look at the admission requirements. If you want to know more about the program, you can go to the overview of the program. You can also look at your tutors. Yeah, and then you're good to go. For admission, you need a Luxembourgish secondary school diploma or foreign diploma recognized as equivalent by the Luxembourg Ministry of Education. That is the first requirement. The second is a language requirement, which is a B2 certificate in English. No certificate for French or German is required. Okay. if you don't have certificates for German or French, you can still apply because the program is taught in English. For the documents you will have to submit, you need one ID photo. The size is 45 by 35 mm in color and then a clear background. You also need one copy of ID or passport, and then one copy both sides of health insurance. This you can get in Luxembourg if you are a non-EU student. And you also need one copy of secondary school leaving certificate, including grading. Now, if your secondary school certificate is not in English, French, or German, you will have to translate it into any of these three languages. Now, if your secondary school certificate is not Luxembourgish, a copy of the recognition is mandatory, which means you have to recognize your secondary school certificate. You need one cover letter of at least 1,000 words and less than 1,500 words, one academic CV or one CV, and it's advisable to have your CV in the Europass format, which I'll leave a link to that video as to how to create an Europass CV in my description. If that particular video is not too clear, let me know in the comment section of that video. I'll make a more clearer one. You also need one certificate providing that your English level is at least B2 according to the CEFR European standard. And then if desired, one certificate proving that your French or German level is at least B1 according to the CEFR European standard. Also, if desired, you can add recommendation letter and this will support your application, and any other document you consider useful to your application can also be added to this list of documents. Now, for the selection procedure and criteria, it has been listed here. You can read through that, what they consider when selecting students. So this is for the Bachelor of Computer Science. Now, for the Bachelor in Entertainment Musical, it is, as I said earlier, if you want to become a music teacher, that is when you apply for this program. It is a 3-year or 6-semester program taught entirely in English, and your tuition for a semester is 400 euros. However, with this particular program, you need to apply through email. Okay, so let's go to the admissions and see what it requires. So to apply to this program, candidates must apply by sending an application email to the email address listed here, and should include a curriculum vitae, motivational letter, a copy of their diploma or certificate or any other proof of achievement, and a short video in which they present themselves and their musical skills. So yeah, this is the document you attach to your application email when applying for this program. Now, the tuition fee and language of instruction has already been listed here. For the requirements, it has also been listed here. Now, for the English language requirement, for those who don't have an English language certificate, I mean the exam, we will look into details about that. You can also add letter of motivation to the list of documents they have mentioned above, and you are also good to go. Now let's look at the master's degree program. Now the bachelor's program we've looked at are the only two programs taught entirely in English. Okay, so if you're looking forward to study at the bachelor's level in the University of Luxembourg, these are the only two entirely taught in English bachelor's degree programs. For the master's, there are lots of programs taught in English, but for the sake of time, I will only go through a few of them, 2 or 3 maximum from each faculty. So from master at the Faculty of Science, Technology, and Medicine, one of the programs we'll look at is mathematics. That is master in mathematics, that's general mathematics. Okay, so you take a glance at the program. It's a 2-year or 4-semester program taught entirely in English. Admission or the application period is between February 1st, 2025 to 30th of April 2025 for non-EU students or applicants. And the tuition fee is 400 euros per semester. And it's 4 semesters. So you're paying 400 euro each for the 4 semesters. Now to the admission requirement. You should have an academic background in mathematics, at least 180 ECTS or similar, or Bachelor of Science in Engineering or Natural Sciences, with strong mathematics components demonstrated by a substantial choice of models and very good performance. Okay, now for if you want your questions to be addressed concerning this particular requirement, you can send an email to this address listed here, this email address listed here. You can send your question to this email. Do answer it with regards to the academic requirements. Now for the language requirements, English B2, then documents to be submitted are a cover letter in English detailing your interest in the course and their study objectives, a detailed CV, a copy of your bachelor's diploma, and relevant grades or similar documents for another equivalent diploma. A photo, a copy of your identification document or a passport. So these are the documents they will request from you when applying. The next program we will look at, still under the Faculty of Science, Technology and Medicine, is Master in Cybersecurity and Cyber Defense. And for this program, it is also a 2-year 4 semester program entirely taught in English. Application period is between February 1st to 30th of April 2025. You're paying 400 euros per semester. Okay, 400 euros per semester. So you should have a bachelor in computer science or related fields. Strongly motivated individuals with a bachelor in other sciences like social, economics, or law with proven knowledge in computer security or informatics are also welcome to apply. So this is the academic requirement. They also have the English language requirements, and for the scholarship, you also look at that later. Now let's look at Faculty of Law, Economics, and Finance. We're looking at Master of Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Fast forward, let's go to the admission requirement. So this program is a 2-year program taught entirely in English. Application period is just like the previous ones. And for this program, unfortunately, you're paying higher or more than 400 euros. So for every semester, you're paying 2,500 for the first 2 semesters. Okay. For the first 2 semesters, you're paying 2,500 euros. Then the last 2 semesters, you'll be paying 1,500 euros. So your first year, you'll be paying 5,000 euros for the whole year, which you will pay in semesters. And then the last year, which is your second year, you will pay 3,000 euros. That's 1,500 euros each semester. So that is it for this program. To obtain the degree in Masters in Entrepreneurship and Innovation, students must have passed all courses over your 2 years. And for this program, you can take just a 1-year program and then you can do 2 years program. Details of it is listed here. And if you are taking the 2 years program at a go, then you need a 4-year BA program or a 3-year BA program and 1-year Master in Business and Management topic, achieving 240 ECTs or 180 ECTs and 3 years work experience in business organizational setting. Applicants who apply directly for year 2 need to demonstrate 60 ECTS in courses related to finance, marketing, entrepreneurship, innovation, project management topics. So as I said earlier, this program can be taken as a 1-year program where you just do 1 year, or you take the second year program. Okay, so like you can do a 1-year program, either the first year or the second year, or you can apply to it as a 4 semester or a 2 years program. I don't know if you understand, but if it's not clear, you can send email to the department and then they'll probably explain it better to you. And for the language requirements, it's also listed here. For students who did not complete a bachelor's degree at an American, British, Canadian, or Australian college or university, proof of efficiency in English is required for admission. So we'll go into details again with this. Selection procedure and criteria is also listed in here, and we look at the scholarship as well. Now, the next program under the Faculty of Law, Economics and Finance is Master in Quantitative Economics and Finance. Let's look at the admission requirements and tuition. So it's a 1 year, which is a 2 semester program, taught entirely in English, and you're paying €400 per semester. Okay. Now, it's not all the programs that are available for the 2025-2026 academic year. So kindly take a glance at this session for every program. It might not be open for admission this year, so you take note of that. For the admission requirement, students applying for the 1 year master in quantitative economics and finance need to have successfully completed 4 years of university studies, which is 240 ECTS, usually a bachelor degree, and 1 year master in economics, finance, business, management, mathematics, or related discipline. Okay, document to submit is full degree transcript, diploma of previous degree, separate list of relevant statistic courses followed as part of previous education, including title, short description, and grade achieved. If the student has not taken any statistics courses, this should be mentioned. You will also need to provide a GRE score, it cannot be waived, curriculum vitae, motivation letter or personal statement, the contact details of 2 or more academic referees, and any additional documents such as copy of your passport or identity, your photo may be required by the student service department. So yeah, this is what they require from you if you're looking at this program. Now let's look at the Faculty of Humanities, Education and Social Sciences. We have a Master in Modern and Contemporary European Philosophy. It's a 2 year or 4 semester program taught entirely in English. Application is open and it will end on the 30th of April 2025. Tuition fee is €400 per semester. And for the admission requirements, a bachelor degree or equivalents, 180 ECTS, that is 3 year bachelor degree in philosophy. Any other interdisciplinary degrees such as economics, literature, politics, sociology, or etc. may be accepted. C1 certificate in English is accepted. Okay, so that is it for this program. Then we'll look at Master in Geography and Spatial Planning. It's a 2 year or 4 semester program. Application is open. It's taken in English with €400 per semester, just like the other ones. Admission requirements is bachelor's degree or equivalent 180 ECTS in human geography, spatial planning, architecture, urban studies, regional economics, or urban sociology. However, candidates with degree covering other areas are also welcome to apply and may be accepted if there is demonstration of sufficient knowledge in the relevant field. The language requirement is English C1, and document is a signed copy of application form, a CV, a letter of motivation, 2 reference letters from applicants' most recent supervisors, academic and or professional, and then other documents applicants consider useful. That's an internship report or language certificate or any other thing. Yeah. The last under the Faculty of Law, Economics and Finance you're looking at is Master in Logistics and Supply Chain Management. And it's a 1 year or 2 semester program set in English. Tuition fee is €12,000 per semester. €12,000 per semester. So this program is so expensive, okay? And for the requirements, applicants are expected to have an aptitude for analytical thinking and the graduate degree in disciplines such as engineering, economics, physical science, show aptitude for analytical thinking. Students with undergraduate degree in humanities or other fields without an analytical core need to demonstrate analytical aptitude in other ways, such as course on standardized tests, that's GMAT or GRE, or successful completion of the MIT online course in supply chain analytics. Language requirement is C1. Document is detailed resume and motivational letter. Names and contact details of their referees, business and academic. One business, one academic. So you can go through the other master's degree programs taught in English, if that is your interest, and then you look at the requirement, and then you're good to go. Now we've gone through most of the programs and we've looked at the admission requirements, application period, we've looked at the tuition. Now under the admission requirement is a language requirement, and I want us to go into details. University of Luxembourg has a different rule that applies to their language requirement. Okay, so for the bachelors, and for students who obtained their secondary school diploma outside of Luxembourg or obtained in Luxembourg for more than 5 years, this rule applies to you. So for secondary or high school certificate from a school at which the main language of instruction was the same as the teaching language or languages of the selected study program at the University of Luxembourg. For diploma obtained outside of the University of Luxembourg, the graduation date needs to be within 2 years at the moment of the candidate's application. If this condition is not fulfilled, the candidate must deliver a language certificate as seen below, which we'll scroll through. And for internationally recognized language test certificate, it shouldn't be more than 2 years to prove proficiency in the teaching languages of the selected study program at the University of Luxembourg. And the same applies to the masters. So for the masters, the rule is for your university degree, which is a bachelor or master's, certifying the completion of a program in which the main language of instruction was the same as the teaching languages of the selected program at the University of Luxembourg, the graduation date of the diploma needs to be within 2 years at the moment of the candidate's application. If this condition is not fulfilled, the candidate must deliver a language certificate. It's just like that of the bachelor's, the same thing applies here. Now, for students for whom two languages are the official administrative languages of the country and who have completed their entire education in one of these two countries, a language certificate is not required for the language that serves as a medium of instruction and examination for obtaining the last diploma, if obtained within 2 years. However, a language certificate will be necessary for the second language if it is also required for admission to any of the program. So for those whose program are taught in 2 or 3 languages, this applies to you. Okay, you have to take note of this. So that is it for the language requirement. Basically, the programs are taught in English, French, and then German. Now let's look at the application process. Okay, so first of all, you have to choose a study program and you have to check your eligibility. Then you have to prepare for your documents. Okay. Now for the document, they've listed it here, the journal documents you will need. For non-EU students, in case of admission acceptance, you need to request your criminal record to undergo your immigration process. So they strongly recommend that you request the criminal record of your country of residence in advance to accelerate the process with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Okay, so you have to they suggest that you request your documents no later than the beginning of April so that you can get your criminal records as early as possible. So for bachelors, the general required documents are an identity photo, a copy of your identity card or passport, a copy of your European health insurance. For non-EU students, it can be obtained by paying a fee when you arrive in Luxembourg. A copy of your secondary school diploma, and you have to check the eligibility criteria to see to find out more about the criteria for your specific situation. A copy of documents recognizing equivalent of secondary school diploma that are not from Luxembourg. So there is a page here which you can go through. If time if you have more time, I'll go through that, okay, just to make it easier for you. And a translation of diploma if it is not in a language other than English, French, or German, and a copy of detailed transcripts of your secondary school diploma, a copy of results obtained in previous semesters, language certificate for all teaching languages used on the program. And for the masters, an identity photo, a copy of your identity card or passport, copy of European health insurance. Non-EU students can obtain this card by paying a fee. When they arrive in Luxembourg, a copy of your university degree certificate, a translation of the diploma if it is not in a language other than English, French, or German, a detailed transcript of all degrees obtained for your bachelor's degree. If you obtained your degree from a country that is not a member state of the European Union, a copy of your recognition of your bachelor's degree. This is requested after you have been accepted into the university, and they will guide you as to how you can recognize it. That is after you have been selected for the program, so they will guide you through it, and then a language certificate. So these are basically the documents you need in submitting your application. In some cases, you also be requested to provide letter of motivation, a detailed curriculum vitae, a full contact details of two referees, and a letter of recommendation. Now, once these three steps are good, then you create an account on their online platform. Then you complete your application and pay an administrative application fee if requested of €100. So yeah, that is it. Then you submit your application, then you wait for your application to be processed and then for the school to get back to you. So these are the processes that need to be gone through for a successful application. Okay, so then let's look at the diploma recognition and how you can go about it. Then we'll look at the scholarship, which is the last thing. Okay, so recognition of secondary school leaving certificates, equivalent of diplomas. I'll leave a link to this particular page in my description so you can thoroughly go through it. And if you have any question whatsoever, you can reach out to the email and then they will respond to you, they will guide you and direct you as to what to do. Now, the last thing we're looking at is scholarships. The first scholarship we're looking at is the Guillaume Dupay International Masters Scholarship. Okay, this scholarship is in partnership between the Luxembourg Ministry of Foreign and European Affairs and the Ministry of Research and Higher Education Fund. And it's a talent support program to attract high achieving international students who wish to enroll on a master's program at the University of Luxembourg. It's for only master's program and all field of study can apply to this program. The duration of the scholarship is up to 2 years and the number of students for the scholarship is 30 per year, 10 from each faculty at the master's level. And so international applicants from both EU and non-EU countries can apply for the master's degree program and they'll be considered for this scholarship. Only available for master programs that run their 2-year program in Luxembourg. Okay, so if your program is a 1-year program, you can apply for the scholarship. Excellence performance during undergraduate studies is also considered. Full-time students are also considered. And non-beneficiaries of Luxembourg state financial aid for higher education will also be considered. A benefit of the scholarship is €10,000 per academic year for up to 2 years. So the 2 years is going to be €20,000. And one part of the scholarship covers student accommodation and the remaining part is an amount paid in installments. Okay, the scholarship is subject to performance evaluation and may be withdrawn. For example, in the event of academic misconduct, poor academic performance, or withdrawal from the master's program. Now, tuition fees are not included in the scholarship, so the amount you're seeing there is not for your tuition. It's just for accommodation and stipend. And scholarship cannot be cumulated with any other type of grant financed by the Luxembourg government or a similar scholarship fund by a private sponsor in Luxembourg. Now, the part of the scholarship which is used to fund accommodation in the university's residence for the duration of the master's program is up to 650 euros per month for a maximum of 2 months. So, yeah, that is it. Deadline for the scholarship is 31st March 2025. In applying, you first have to apply for a master's degree program. And then once your application is complete, it will be forwarded to the director of the selected master's program. If the program director considers that your application meets the requirement criteria for excellence, you receive a notification inviting you to apply for the excellence scholarship separately. The link to submit your application will be included in this notification, which means that you should submit your application before 31st of March. That is application for admission to the master's program. You should submit it before the 31st of March. For the online scholarship application, you need to complete the dedicated online form, attach personal statements outlining your reasons for applying and presenting your strength, and then attach 2 academic recommendation letters. So that is it for the first scholarship. The second is the Portabella scholarship, which is for both bachelor's and the master's degree students. It's for all field of study, and the number of scholarship available per year is 4, and it's for students experiencing social and financial difficulties. The duration amount varies, and you should apply latest by 30th of November of the academic year. Then there is also faculty specific scholarship at the university, but all those scholarships are under the Faculty of Law, Economics and Finance. So these are those scholarships. You can go through them. They have interesting offers here. Trust me, there are so many interesting offers here that will be of interest to you if you're thinking of studying in the University of Luxembourg. There is a hardship assistant, and this is not considered as a grant or a scholarship. What this is considered is a way to assess students, especially international students, who have exhausted all means to support themselves financially in the schools for both masters, bachelors, and self-funded doctoral students who are experiencing financial difficulties. The fund is intended to act as a safety net for those in financial difficulty. It may not be used as a main source of income and should not be seen as a grant or a scholarship, as I've said earlier. You need more information about that, you send email to this address, hardshipfund@uni.lu, and they will also, but that is after you have gained admission, you've started your program and you're going through hardship. That is when you can apply for this particular fund or support. So that is basically all for today's video. Thank you so much. I know today's video is lengthy, but thank you if you have come to the end. I believe I have covered everything. However, if there is something I didn't cover, or if you need detailed explanation to anything I mentioned or anything you've seen on the school's website, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for staying till now, and see you in my next video. It's a bye for now.